Oh, and I made kind of a last minute adjustment to the space plane. I had the inline docking port here, but I decided to replace it with the crew compartment. Not that I really need it, but I guess kind of want to show it off. Is, you know, I have the free IVA mod, so it's like everything, like the cockpit and also this is actually has interiors that you can actually walk through. And maybe kind of be an interesting thought. Maybe I could might be able to bring my Kerbals home in this thing. You know, because it actually has the ability to land back on Kerbin, unlike the unlike the station core. Okay, so the reason that the rocket portion of this has these giant wings on it is, turns out that spaceship planes actually are rather difficult to launch from rockets because I think it's to do with basically, so it's like the wings basically act like, it's like they generate lift, like kind of down in this direction, which is, well, a plane is normally like horizontal, so that's going downward, but if it's in this orientation, that lift is going sideways. And, well, if you have all this mass back here, then that creates like an instability where basically your whole craft just wants to flip over. And I kind of had a lot of these attempts fail due to that, and I actually consulted a YouTuber who actually is doing basically a let's play of them exploring the Cacablo system, and they've actually recently sent a craft, like basically it was a space station to one of the, well, there's two like Earth Kerbin like planets in that system, and they were sending a space station that with also a space plane like to one of the habitable planets, and I actually ended up consulting them because, well, I just couldn't really, what I just commented on their video, like saying, hey, I can't figure out how to do this in KSP, and they actually replied to my comment. Well, anyway, so they replied to my comment, and they gave me some tips on how to actually solve that, and, well, I ended up trying a few different things, and I found that just simply adding wings to the rocket actually is what fixes it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And they also said that doing the gravity turn is such that you are going belly up. helps as well. And oh no, looks like I'm gonna be doing one of these. Okay, let's just restart that. Hey, I usually like to wait until I'm at least out of the lowermost layer of the atmosphere, at least as shown on this gauge here, until I actually start gravity turning, because it's really quite a pain, because when you're gravity turning, you're having to also constantly fight the atmosphere trying to flip you over. Looks like we're still gonna flip over, unfortunately, but it looks like we're out of most of the atmosphere now, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I have no idea why the engine sound went away, but okay, we're in orbit. Yeah, this one actually glides. Because this is because of the wings on it. Well, now it's nosediving. Yeah, it looks like this one's gonna leave some debris bobbing on the ocean, but I guess that's fine, unless we can clear that in the tracking station later. Oh, I just forgot. I think I emptied the fuel out of this thing. Well, at least hopefully we'll still have enough for meeting up with the station. Oh wow, I don't really have a lot of monopropellant in this thing at all. Okay, I think... Okay, and I can't revert. Well, I guess we'll just keep going with this. I mean, looks like we have just enough. Oh, I think I might have realized what happened. So when I launched this thing, I think I forgot to disable the crossfeed on the docking ports. That basically sucked all the fuel out of my plane. But because I can't revert, I'm kind of determined to salvage this attempt rather than retry this. Well, and the reason why the lack of fuel in this thing is not a showstopper is, I actually put, I put the refinery and the mining drills on this thing, so what we could do is refuel this plane either at Minmus or at Pole. Though I think I might go for the latter, because that's going to save us Delta V for actually getting to Jool. Should freaking turn off the sticky keys, it's so annoying. Well, we're almost completely out of monopropellant in the sky, so... And we're basically out of fuel, so I'm going to... I guess I'm gonna use the... Gonna have the station actually get over there. I got a lot of monopropellant on this guy, so I'm not really entirely worried about wasting it. In fact, these tanks, these are actually fuel tanks I put on here that I modified using the interstellar fuel switch. It basically uses big monopropellant tanks, so I have plenty. Okay, we're just about to dock. Just kind of a tip if you're having trouble with docking. One good tip is to turn off SAS on the ship you're trying to dock to, so that the magnetic force of the docking clamps can do their thing. And there we go. Okay, there's actually most of our Jool ship done. But we just need the 2 landers that go here and here. So yes, we'll do the final launch of this mission. Okay, so I'm actually gonna at least try. I'm gonna try to launch both of these at once. But I have no idea how well this is gonna hold together. And I guess I could do a fairing for that, but I don't know, I guess I'm a little lazy. But anyways, we'll attempt to launch this thing. Okay, that's weird. Well, I guess you're just gonna have to live with that for this launch. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, this is supposed to be behind the rocket, or under the rocket, but it's not. It's way over there. Okay, guess we're gonna have to use these engines to get the rest of the way into orbit. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to either maybe transfer the fuel, or we could maybe even use the space plane perhaps as a tanker to refuel these once we actually get to Jool. At least that stage is going to crash back into Kerbin eventually. Okay, for some reason it's like estimating this burn's gonna take 12 minutes and we're gonna go through 4 stages, but I guess we'll see. Well, looks like this lander is about to lose a stage, so I guess I'll shut off all these engines, and I guess we'll start burning the other one. Okay, so my plan for this was basically this thing in the middle that they're both docked to. I intended that as like a tug. to kind of carry both of them to the station, and then I would undock one of these, then dock it to the station, and then basically flip the whole station around, and then like undock this one from the tug in the middle, and then dock it to the other side. At least that's my plan. And I can feel the lag already. Okay, we really don't want to crash into this thing. Okay. You know, we just need this guy to face the target. And then what we can do is set this. We can control from here. and then orient towards the target. Okay, the RCS thrusters on this guy are kind of minimal, so it may take a little bit more finesse to do this. Okay, that lander's now docked. Okay, I kind of made the mistake of not putting a Kerbal in both of the landers, so I guess I'm gonna have to just dock this whole thing, including the tug, to the ship. And then I'm going to basically just undock, like I'm gonna transfer one of the Kerbals into the lander once this is docked. And then I'm going to undock it, and then I'm gonna undock the lander, undock the tug, and then get rid of it, get it out of the way, and then I'm going to dock the lander back up. So it's just the lander dock to this, and not like this thing in here as well. Here we go. Yeah, it's just so laggy that's like it takes time for it to even respond. So now I am going to try to ditch the tug, because it's no longer needed. Goodbye. And there we go. With that, our ship is basically complete. And there's our completed ship. And kind of despite the kind of unplanned things that happened, I think we're still set to leave. I think what I'll do is I'll get all the fuel out of those landers, and then I'll put it in the space plane, just to eliminate any weight asymmetry that those landers partially being drained of fuel will cause. And then, well, once I get to the Jool system, I'm just going to land the space plane on Paul, and then I'm going to and then I'm just gonna refuel the space plane fully on Paul, and then I'm gonna dock back to the mothership, and then I'm going to transfer the fuel back into the landers, and then I might top up the fuel in the space plane one more time, and then I'm just gonna send the space plane off to Lathe. So at least that way we're not carrying unnecessary weight with us on the trip to Jool, and then we can at least make most of us efficient use of our nuclear salt water fuel in our interplanetary stage back here. So I think this is a good place to end this episode. I mean, this alone is probably going to be an hour plus long episode, but well, I guess I could edit it down, but I'd like to at least show some of the process that actually kind of involves, like, having to assemble, like, do this, like having to dock multiple ships in orbit. And then the next video, we're gonna send this off to Jool, and then I guess refuel those landers once we get to the Jool system, and then I think first we'll send the space plane to Lathe, and maybe get that over with. And then after that, we'll do the Tylo lander, and then after that, we'll do the other lighter moon. So I guess we'll see. I guess I might just do whatever's most Delta V efficient. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This is me, Dusty Circuit, here with another Kerbal Space Program episode. And if you liked what you saw, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see my next video, just sure to hit the bell for notifications. Peace out. Bye.